we start. So I have to give I have to say congratulations to Jenna. You're at SC2. Ashley's at SC2. Mary Bonchis is at SC2. However, I think she's at SC4 as of this morning. Brandy, she just got SC2 as of tonight. She just sold a All Access Challenge pack. So everybody's on the board, and so it's awesome. It's the 23rd, so there's still time to hit SC. I think everybody said their goal for this month was SC5, so there's still time for that. And then Jenna's the PV Rockstar. She's at 766 personal volume for the week. Ashley's at 226. Mary's at 315, and Brandy's at 241. So that's awesome. So that's really good, really good. I wanted to start with a quote so the last couple of days I told you I was at a nursing conference, and yesterday I shared the speaker on our coach group that we had, and she was awesome. But I put her on our coach group. So if you have a chance, look her up, because her name is Ella Dorner, something like that. Her story is incredible. And so if you get a chance, take a look at her. I think I posted either her webpage or her website to our coach group on Facebook. But just click into it and read her story. It is an incredible story. And so I wanted to just share that with you. And then today we listened to another gal. And you guys might know who she is. Her name is Stephanie Getz. She was on WDAY as like a news anchor. And she spoke to us today. And so she gave a couple of resources that I just wanted to share with you if you want to write them down. They're really good for PD ideas. And the first one is from Simon Sinek, and it's called Lead with Courage, and it's on YouTube. So you could just write that in. It's called Lead with Courage from Simon Sinek. Another one that she had recommended was Hardwiring Happiness, and it's by Rick Hanson. Hanson is Hanson. But they're all YouTube videos, so just quick, easy YouTube PD ideas. And if you want to see her story, like I said, her name is Stephanie Getz, Goetz, and she gives a resiliency talk, and she's on YouTube as well. But she has a really, really amazing story, and it's about resiliency and getting through like hard times and finding the happiness. So really good. But I wanted to share one of the quotes that she shared with us today. And it says, the ultimate measure of a man, however I like to add woman, is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. So I thought that was really good. But anyway, if you get a chance, look her up. And then I wanted to just share those resources with you because I thought they were really good, just quick. I like little quick YouTube PD videos for on the treadmill or in my car or things like that. So I thought those were some good ideas. And then just to kind of review April, and then I have some questions that we can just kind of go through. So I'm starting a new challenge group, and Ashley, and I know Brandy's going to also invite into it, called Get Fit for Summer, starting on April 3rd. And then I also will be doing a new coach training starting April 3rd. So you guys might have seen a Kathy Sauer. I had introduced to her. I had met her last Friday in Fargo, and she's interested in coaching, and so she's going to start the new coach training on the 3rd. So if anybody would have anyone that they want to plug into a new coach training, just let me know, and I can we can add them to the group. So that'll start on the 3rd as well. Our next team call will be on the 6th of April. And then on the 20th, we'll either do a team call, or we can do like an open house call for anybody interested in coaching. I think we'll kind of just do that. We'll kind of just play it by ear, and if we have someone who's interested, we can do like an open house coach call. Otherwise, we'll just kind of plan to do a team call that same night, so it's just every other Thursday. Ashley, I don't know if I told you, but the challenge group will run 21 days. Otherwise, it's going to run into, it would run into May, and this will give us an opportunity to invite to get at the end of the month.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep.
And then somewhere in there, I'll do a free group. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do that the week of the 10th or the 17th. Just will vary. And then the Success Club trip is on Wednesday, the 26th. Then I'll be gone the 26th through the 30th on the Success Club trip. So that is the month of April. What do you have on your calendar, Jenna?
I had myself muted. I am going to do on the 10th. I'll run a 21-day challenge group.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Because I was going to, like, I'm trying to find, like, a routine. Like, I want it to be always, like, the first Monday I start a challenge group. But then, so I did that for, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. But then all of a sudden, it just seemed like this one coming up was starting way too fast. And I'm like, I don't have, like, I didn't even start inviting it. And so I'm like, well, maybe if I do, like, the 3rd would be prep week. Because I normally do like only a couple day prep week, like starting on a Wednesday, but I'm like, I'll do a whole week of prep and then start a challenge group on the 10th.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that works.
I'm still kind of trying to play with that, but we'll do that. And then I was thinking maybe a free group the 17th that week.
Okay. And I'm kind of thinking of free groups that week too, because then you can kind of get your feet, you know, it's like, it's nice to just have at least 1 or 2 weeks of your regular group.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're just getting in the groove of that, and then once you're in the groove of that challenge group, then like worrying about inviting to another one. Otherwise, it gets to be too much.
Yes.
Now, then I feel all of a sudden I'm like neglecting one group because I'm posting into another group, or you know, and it's I don't know, and I don't want to like neglect a group because I'm busy with another one or whatever. So.
Right.
So yeah, but that's kind of like you said, to kind of find a schedule. Like I think I finally kind of have a grasp on what just kind of works. But it works nice to be able to like switch that to like your regular challenge group. And if you do 21 days or 30 days, then it doesn't really throw you off too bad.
Right.
So, Jenna challenge group. Awesome. Hey, how did your last one go, your free group? The one that you were doing the oil pulling for?
Oh, that one's still going on right now.
Is it? Okay,
Yep.
Was that a free group for the week?
Yep. Spring into healthy habits.
Did you have good, did you have a lot of interest in that one?
There's, I want to say 40, I think. But this time, like, I'm trying to like grow, like expand and get new people. So I did like a little incentive where, like I invited at the beginning of the week, I encouraged them to invite friends and family that are willing, you know, to join them. So I made them ask and not just add them to the group and whatever. And then I just picked prizes today for the top 3 people that had the most or whatever.
That invited the most.
That in the
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that got probably 10 completely random new people. So
cool. To just even get them exposed to what a group is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really good idea. I like that. And is that what your post of what the things you were giving away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that idea. So I had never ever seen oil pulling ever. And so when I saw what is she doing?
I know, it sounds so crazy. And I mean, I don't know, like I've been doing it just a couple days and so I can't really tell yet, but
right.
Yeah, there's so much information out there on it, but then it's also like people think it's so skeptical. So there's like good and bad things. And
I Googled it the minute after you wrote on there what it was. I'm like, all right, I got to look this up, you know, because I get so intrigued by all that stuff. And I'm like, hey, any way to like, if my teeth can be whiter without like whitening strips, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But because I can't use that stuff, my teeth get way too sensitive, and so then I'm like, does it help whiten teeth? For all the coffee I drink, my teeth are like stained and so. But and then, well, we've had lice going around the school.
Oh God.
So actually, I ended up using coconut oil with some essential oils that's actually made for lice. So they make like a lice essential oils, and you mix it with coconut oil. And so now, ever since I've had to put that lice stuff in coconut oil, I think it might have ruined coconut oil for me.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
All I can think about are these like little bugs like crawling around in like this. I don't know. It's so gross. I've been a freak this week. I've been like, okay, Aspen, we're looking for lice again. So I'm like going through her hair.
So she did get it?
She hasn't.
You're just trying to prevent it?
Yeah. So I treated her with an actual like lice kit on Monday. Nope, Tuesday, because that's the day I heard that it was going around the school. So I'm like, forget it. I'm going to treat all my kids.
Yeah.
I didn't see any, but I treated them. And then someone's like, well, they make essential oils for lice. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm willing to give it a try. And so you can use it for preventative. So I've been using it. Oh, it's so gross. So I've just been like a cleaning. Besides being gone in Fargo, I've been like cleaning my house. Like this week's just been thrown off because if I'm not looking through hair for lice, I'm washing pillowcases, blankets, stuffed animals, or traveling to Fargo. So I've been just thrown off this week. But is there anything else for April that you can think of? I think that's all I had for April. Okay, so in my planner, does anybody else use a passion planner?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. So you haven't done these questions because these questions came out of my passion planner, and I've never taken the time to actually go through them. So at the end of every month, there's like a full page of questions to reflect on your month, okay? And when I got my book, I told myself, I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna actually reflect on my month, and I'm gonna write in my, okay, well, it's now the end of March, and I haven't done it yet. So tonight I thought we could just have like a discussion about some of the questions that they ask. And so the first question is, review your last month and assess your priorities. Are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them? So then I was thinking about that personally, and I'm like, I think we should just talk about those. Like, it's a really good way to like put into priorities like what you're doing and how you're spending your time. So does anybody want to answer those questions? Review your last month and assess your priorities. Are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them?
I think I get caught up like in like the busy work. Like I can't, like my OCD mind feels like I have to like do certain things. Like I need to check all my notifications. I need to check all my messages. I need to do all this stuff. And before I know it, like I've been doing that for 3 hours and I need to go to bed, and I didn't actually do anything to grow my business. Like I didn't invite, or I didn't do the Hey Girl messages. Like I was doing all that other stuff, like catching up on all the videos from trainings, and that's my biggest thing. And I've been noticing that, but I don't know. I'm trying to fix it, but.
So that's actually a really good point. And one of the things that I've learned, and I don't remember I think it was Scotty Hobbs who actually has a video on it. And so I actually learned it from him, and it's been a while back. But he does not check his messages or his notifications until his invites are done. So like he'll send all of his, like his notifications, he says, are like his his reward for, and he doesn't scroll Facebook.
Mhm.
Those are his reward for getting his work done. So you kind of look at it like, and I've kind of had to change my mindset because I actually find that I get myself into Facebook scroll feed. Although I feel like I'm doing it with a lot of intention because I'm trying to like, you know, form relationships and make that conversation with people, and I'm commenting on people's pictures. And so I always feel like when I scroll Facebook, I'm doing it with a lot of intention. But I would spend, like you said, so much time doing that. All of a sudden it was like an hour and a half and I haven't done my invites yet. So what I find really helpful is that I do, like, I just sit down and I do my invites. And then once I have my invites done, then I allow myself to go back, answer my messages, and look through my notifications. Now, am I guilty of? I don't always do that, but I'm a lot more intentional about it.
Mhm.
So I kind of look at my notifications as something I get to do as soon as my work is done. So
Right.
which
I mean,
is priority. Yeah.
yeah.
And a lot of times, you know, your notifications are going to be people commenting in your groups. So now instead of going to my notifications, I go straight to my group.
Mm-hmm.
So I just click on my favorites. You know, I have it over here on my favorites. I just go straight to my group. I go through my group. Otherwise, I get caught going through the Facebook feed and then commenting that way. And I feel like I just spend a lot of time wasted. But yeah, trying to find ways to and that's another thing, I always felt like I was wasting a lot of time. And I don't know if it's wasteful. Like, and when you go, you know, like you said, I don't think it's wasteful. When you go to notifications, it's all stuff that's, you know, pertinent to your business, but just
Right.
not.
Yeah, it shouldn't, that's not top priority. Yeah.
Right. Like, how do I say, like, they're not money making,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like
Business building. Yeah.
business building. Yeah, exactly. And Ashley, you have anything to add?
Well, my overtime has just skyrocketed this month. I've been so busy. So yeah, trying to find time to do my extra Beachbody stuff is very difficult because I'm tired and I want to get my workout done. Plus I have Harmony and Brad, and it's like, ugh.
Right. Yep.
But I'm trying. And I try to do some because I get 3 half-hour breaks at work. And so I try to do some there, but constantly people trying to talk to and whatever on break.
Yeah,
really
you know, you're getting your posts in. Like I'm seeing you're being very consistent with your posts, so that's good. And so I know you can tell like throughout the day, you can see that you're consistent with your posts, so that's great. But yeah, and then just taking, and I always feel like, okay, invites are going to take a long time, but they really don't. Like sometimes I'm guilty of working in the bathroom. So I'll even send out like an invite or two while I'm going to the bathroom. Like it's just my downtime. Like the only time I get where I can like lock the door.
Yep, exactly.
It sounds so bad, but they're like, why are you bringing your phone to the bathroom? I'm like, I get a lot of work done in the bathroom. Like truly, it's great. And I do it even at like if I'm working at St. Catharines, I'll like just put my phone in my pocket and I'll just like answer a message back. Even if it's one message, I feel like, okay, I got something accomplished while I'm going to the bathroom. So, yeah, it's just those pockets of time where you just, you're up early. So you're posting in the early morning and then taking your break. So it's just like those pockets of time that you just utilize. Yep, I had to do the same thing and I'm still doing the same thing throughout the day. So, yeah. Okay, the next question is, how are you different between this month and the month before? So whether it's physical, emotional, personal, how are you different between this month and the month before? And I can start with this one because it's, so last month I felt like I was like, I don't know. I felt like I was like on my game last month. Like I felt like everything was just going smooth. Like day by day, I didn't have anybody sick. I didn't have anybody with lice in their class. I didn't have any conferences. I didn't have any extra hours at work. I mean, everything just kind of like seemed to just flow like it was supposed to. We didn't have any like crazy, I don't know. It was just an easier month, like personally. And then this month started out with a birthday, then another birthday, and then another birthday, and then nursing conference. And then I ended up working a couple extra days at work. And then Kinley's been sick. And so it just seems like my life has just been like bleh this month. And so I can tell like my mood, it's changing my mindset. Like, okay, I just can't get in the groove. So, and another thing that I haven't been doing, and I'm totally guilty, is I have not been making time for my personal development. So I spend a lot of time running now, like, so my workouts are longer than they were before. And so I'm maybe getting some in there, but I don't feel like I process it as much as when I read it. And so I don't think I'm processing the personal development as much.
Mm-hmm.
So this month I just feel like I'm all over the place and I'm not like grounded. But I'll get there.
Yeah. No, I can relate to that. Last month I felt, even though I wasn't like quote unquote successful with like Success Club or anything, I was like doing so good with my inviting and so good with tracking everything. And then this month though, because of that, I'm like burned out. Like, yeah. And that's something I struggled with this whole year that I've been coaching is, you know, I give it my all, but then it's like I burn out and then I just like, ugh, I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, I still want to do it, but I like the drive, like just goes down. And then like pretty soon it'll pick back up again. And it's just like, I get burned out.
I can totally understand that. And I do kind of get that same way. I get negative. Like I can feel like my mood just like get negative. And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, like I just have to take a step back and like, okay, tomorrow but yeah, it's kind of like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but every day you show up, you know, every day you're still posting, every day you're still doing your workout, you're still drinking your Shakeology. So, I mean, you're still being what I would say consistent. But of course, we're all human, so we're going to have good days. We're going to have, you know, not so good days.
Right.
So yesterday was a prime example. I get a message from Brandy probably around, I don't know, 10 o'clock. And she's like, I'm just worried about you. I haven't seen you on Facebook tonight. And I hadn't been on Facebook like all day because I literally was in conference. And then I was with my boss and I was with a couple other nurses, you know. So being on my phone just I just couldn't do it. Like unless I was in the bathroom, I couldn't like just pull my phone out and be on my phone. So I messaged her back. Really, I'm okay. Nothing's wrong. It's just that I've been in a nursing conference and then we all went out for dinner and I got home late. Like, so I'm fine, but thanks for checking in. But that's just it. Like, that's just how my day went. It just fell apart. But it was just nice that she checked in on me. Like, is everything okay? I haven't seen you on Facebook tonight, you know? So it was nice to have that accountability. And I'm like, oh, she does know, like, you know, it is noticed that I wasn't on. So yeah, I totally understand that, how some days they're worse than others and some days they're better than others. Like sometimes my motivation is like sky high and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to rock the day. And then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to lay on the couch and do nothing today. But yeah, we're human. How about for you, Ashley?
Yeah, well, it wasn't as busy with overtime and stuff last month, and I felt maybe the Team Cup, I was more motivated and stuff last month to do invites, and I would go through like my whole friends list and constantly be adding friends and whatever, and I'm not doing as much, you know, because of work, and we're planning on doing some outside like fencing in our yard and doing some landscaping and stuff coming up, so there's just been so much stuff going on this month that it's hard to kind of keep on task. But
Yeah.
Still been posting and, talking to people and stuff like that, but just not as much as I want to be, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just been a harder month.
Yeah.
Busier and just harder to stay focused. Well,
Yeah.
and another thing I really think that, and I think it's maybe, I don't know if it's just me, but because of the weather too, like a little bit of spring fever maybe is starting to like cause me to like get off track, because I'm like, we've had a couple of really nice days, and so it's just been a little bit harder, because it's like, I just have to find that, it's hard to find that balance between life and work, and so it's just you have to juggle it. And then the last question: name 3 things you can improve on this upcoming month. What actions can you take to work toward those improvements? So 3 things to improve on this upcoming month. So for the month of April.
I know consistency for me was definitely one. Like, I'm just still struggling to find, like, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. Like, get my shit done.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yep.
Yeah, like that saying, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. I don't know why I like struggle throwing an invite out. I'm like, I sit there and I think about it far too long. It's like, just do it.
Right.
It literally takes 2 minutes to just throw out an invite. Like, why did I wait 2 hours to do that?
Right.
So yeah, for sure. Consistency is a good one, because that's definitely, I mean, that's the only way you're going to continue to grow your business, is just to continue to show up every single day. And sometimes it feels like it takes forever. Like, every month it's like, okay, well, this month is worse than last month. So now, like, my goal too for this next month is like, okay, just be consistent and be very intentional with what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else what actions can you take to work towards those improvements? Do you use a checklist at all to like throughout? So like, do you have a checklist you can be like, yep, did this, did this, did this?
Yes. Yep. I made a little, like a power hour type thing.
Okay.
And yeah, but it's like, for being so OCD, you'd think I'd be able to, like, I want those checks, but I don't know. I just struggle with certain things for some reason.
Yeah, you get kind of caught off on one thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. At least you have a checklist, because I do feel like a checklist is effective for that, to try to keep yourself on task.
Yeah.
What else? Other things? Ashley, chime in too. Things we can improve on this upcoming month, April. I think one thing I was thinking of is I feel like my challenge groups, I have like content for maybe 3 to 4 different challenge groups. And I've now just been using that content for so long. And I feel like I need some new content for challenge groups. So what I'm hoping is for April, I can really try to focus on finding some new content for challenge group. So that was one of my goals.
I was thinking mine's like the opposite. Like I was thinking I spend so much time, like, I want to say pretty much every month I do a challenge group, I do new content, but I spend so much time doing that. Like, I just tell myself, why don't you just reuse what you have and like keep cycling it? But then I'm like, I don't know if it's the teacher in me that likes to have new content every month or something, or yep. I don't know.
That could be the teacher in you.
And then it's like, it's generally the same people over and over. So then I feel like, because I remember posting it and I remember exactly what I said, that last month, that they probably remember it. So then they're going to get bored and
right.
They don't remember anything. I don't know, but
they probably don't remember it all. They might remember bits and pieces, but you know what? Just reading it again is still going to be motivational for them.
Right.
So,
true.
I kind of juggle between 3 different, I have 3 different groups, you could say, and then I kind of reuse them, but I maybe do one month and then don't use it again for a couple months. So I kind of reuse mine. But now again, like you said, you kind of have a lot of the same people. And so I feel like I have to come up with some new content. Otherwise, it's like they're going to be like, nah, she just posted that last month.
Right.
That's not fun anymore. So, but that's one thing I don't spend time on. Like, and so I need to probably spend a little bit more time on that, on finding new content. One of my big things for me is posts. Like, I don't know why, but I can't, I don't know, like I'll spend an hour on making a single post. And sometimes I'm like, why did you just spend an hour on a post? You know? Because I can't decide, like, oh, should I say it this way or should I say it this way, or does this sound okay? Or so I do a lot of wasteful time on posting, and I have to get better at just being like, okay, just post it. Like, let's worry about what people are going to think, or if I say something wrong, and just do it. Just post it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like I say kind of a lot of the same thing, but maybe different wording, or like every other day I kind of say the same stuff. I feel like it's a little different.
Because because that's your mindset, and
right.
You know, that's that consistency. That's the mindset every single day. That's what you tell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, so that's fine. People need to hear it.
Right.
And a lot of your posts are about like no excuses, and that people know that about you, and that inspires them.
Well, I constantly hear excuses from these people that I work with, and it drives me nuts.
You are not busier than me. So
yes. No excuses.
Like, I've been up since 3:30 a.m.
Yes.
And you're complaining about 7:30, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally get it. We were leaving for Fargo at 7:15 yesterday morning, and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up. I'm like, to leave town by 7:15? Like, I'm going to have a full workout in by then. And and I worked for an hour already today. How about you? But I'm a morning person. So, like, that's just me. And I don't expect everybody to be like that.
Yeah.
So I also try to, you know, people are like, I'm not a morning person. And then I just say, you don't have to be a morning person, but that's what works for me. If it works for you to work out at 10 o'clock at night, do it. Like, I'm totally cool with that. I will have been in bed for an hour and a half by then. Because by 8:30, I'm already like, oh, I'm so tired.
Yep.
So, actually, Scott told me last night I should get a tattoo that says, I'm exhausted. That's like my favorite words. I'm exhausted. He's like, you're always exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Not a lie. So those were kind of some of the questions, and I thought they were really good to kind of end for the, you know, as the end of the month is coming. But we still have, what do we have left? Do we have a week? Yeah, we have a good week left. So 9 days of the month left. So, you know, it's still possible to hit SC5. I don't remember what the Success Club prize is. I think it's Beachbody Performance.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Is that what it is? I think so. You got your speaker, I see. Ashley.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Harmony loved it. We were jamming out after work for a while.
Yeah, we were too. Isn't that fun? That's a cool thing. I'm like, sweet, I can keep it in my office. And Ashley's like, yeah, the kitchen table. I'm like, you got it. That's where I work.
Yep.
Scott was sitting in my chair, my office chair. He goes, you overstayed your welcome on the kitchen chair. And I'm like, you think? Like, all the padding is gone. I'm like sitting on a piece of wood. I'm like, oh man, that's a bad sign. That means I spend way too much time on the kitchen table. So, all right, you guys. Well, we might run out of time. So have a good night and a good weekend.
All right, you too.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Yep.
Bye.